Hey everybody. So we're back with part two. Actually, I have to change the title of my last live to part one. Okay, so we are going to pick up where we left off at yesterday with Craig Butler. Craig Butler is the one who murdered Sinzae Reed, a 13-year-old who just turned 13, like 2 months before he was murdered in Columbus, Ohio. So we are going to pick back up where we left off at. And right now I'm on his Facebook page. This is his Facebook page. Okay, so first of all, I did make some phone calls today. But if you don't know already, I'm also working on the Shanquella Robinson case. So I made phone calls for that. And then I also had to make phone calls for Sinzae Reed. So now tomorrow I will be making more phone calls as well for both, but try to give a little bit more time to Sinzae Reed because I really um, didn't get that. I didn't really get anywhere today with Sinzae Reed, and the prosecutor's office is not responding to phone calls. They are not answering. I have tried throughout the day at different times to call. I even left a phone number, and they do not answer the phone or return a phone call as of yet. And people were wondering, does he have a job? So we actually need to see if he actually is working or not. Craig, if he's working or not, we don't know. Wait 1 second. So let me go ahead and I'll play the audio of the phone calls I made. Secondly, what I will do is I will give y'all phone numbers or contact information of people I emailed and called today. So y'all can email and call these same people. And I also will go over the last few cases of Craig Butler that were online, his cases that were we went through like mostly, I would say 70% of the cases, but we still have a few more cases to go through. And there are three records I requested. I requested the homicide case, obviously, so I can see all the images and all the documents and everything that was submitted for that. That was for the course of Sinzae Reed homicide for 2022. I also requested the animal neglect or cruelty or whatever charge that was dealing with animals. I requested that document, and I also requested the domestic violence incident document as well. So I've requested all three of those so I can have more information and know exactly what happened in those cases. 1 second. And also, I appreciate everyone sending me some information on these two cases because it's greatly appreciated, because I definitely can't be everywhere at once. And there are sometimes you might see information that I have not seen yet. So then it would be great for you to send me that information. Oh, wow. I didn't know my second channel had reached 5,000 subscribers. I didn't know that. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Oh, let me talk about this picture I saw of Craig Butler first. Okay. And remember yesterday I said that I thought he was a mechanic based on I saw one post, and then I saw some stuff in the back of his trunk bed, right? And it's a red Ford truck. And as you can see, let me zoom in. That I was saying that he works on cars, right? So, oh, this is like a hot mess, child. So I zoomed in close, And this is what I saw, and I knew I saw like stuff for a mechanic, right? On the right here, we have the jumper cables. Obviously, jumper cables. A lot of people have that in their car, even if they're not a mechanic. But it was other signs that he worked on cars besides just that. Of course, why does he have the Pepsi bottles? Weird, like that's trash. Just throw. How hard is it to take those things out and throw it in the trash? Why did you even take a picture of this? I saw a post of someone saying that he posted some kind of video trying to post some kind of evidence of something. I don't know why he posted this truck. So then we see the Pepsi bottles, and then we also see these like car parts. It looks like a large rotor, or I don't know what car part that is. I'm not a freaking mechanic, but it looks like a rotor like object right there. And why does he have a freaking pot? That's like odd. Like, are you cooking outside or what? Are you trying to use solar heat or solar energy to cook something? Okay, and then I don't know what this is in the center, in the red and white bag, like packet. And then of course more junk. And then I saw this funnel, like see that large funnel? I saw that funnel, so I knew that was like something like to, of course, to refresh fluids in a car or put fluids into a car. So that funnel object. And then of course there's like another rotor object like in the center in the back right here. With some cups he should have thrown away. Like, dude, like you don't know where a trash can is at. And then I don't know if this black container is actually, oh, it actually says 15W40. So that's like a big thing of oil, right? Oil. Yeah, oil for a car, 15W40. And that's like a big size. So that's like a size I would expect for someone that is probably changing oil for somebody else, not just themselves, because that's like a large amount of oil, more than you need for like a vehicle, right? And then it looks like it's another one with the same packaging in the back, but there's like a large black. It's the same, so that is oil too. And then in the center we have a white container. I can't really see the front and see exactly what it is, but it actually looks like by the shape of the container and then the nozzle that it could be antifreeze. So antifreeze car coolant. Yeah, I know a little bit about cars. Don't get me wrong, because I'm not gonna say how I know, but I do know a little something about cars. So, this what made me think that he was a mechanic, plus some other posts. And let me go to his Facebook page. But I don't know why he posted this truck. This is like embarrassing. Most people would be like embarrassed to post something this junky and trashy. Like, if you're gonna be a messy person or a junky, trashy person, at least you would keep it off social media, one would think. Okay, so once I went to his page, hold on. He reposted this. It says a giant ship's engine broke down and no one could repair it, so they took it to a mechanical engineer with over 40 years of experience, right? And then this post right here says, oh, he was selling a truck. This was 2021. So it looks like he likes Fords. And he was selling that. Look how it looked, right? And then right here, October 22, 2020, it says, well, I'll start my job tomorrow, right? But when I click on it, it doesn't really say where he was working. But somebody left a comment saying, just don't get jealous of the termites this time. Just don't get jealous of the termites. That would make me think like a exterminator or pest control or something, right? But termites could be, well, someone like Davey sent me some information about him being like working for possibly for construction at one point. Okay, and this person left a comment. It says, thank God for my wonderful cousin, Craig Butler, for work on my brakes. In this cold weather. I really appreciate it. Feeling blessed at Easton Town Center. But this was like 2014, but it still doesn't take away that he works on cars because he was doing her brakes, right? And you saw this stuff I saw in the back of his truck bed. So that's what led me all to believe that he does like mechanic, like a backyard mechanic, or he possibly could work at a shop now. I don't know. Oh, I forgot to zoom into this one part. Wait, where is it? Where is it? At the bottom right here, see this rusty tool or rusty, not tool, car part. I don't know what car part that is. I don't know that much about cars. But right here at the bottom is a rusty car part. I don't know what that part is. Or it could be a tool. I don't know what the frick that thing is, but this what led me to believe that it's working on cars. This is like a car part, a tool. What kind of tool would that be? No, that is a car part. Or some kind of parts or something. Okay, so that's that, right? Now let me go to what Davey sent me, because if he has a job, we definitely would want to know if he's actually working right now. Something tells me he's just a backyard mechanic, and what I mean by that is he does mechanic work at his home, and people just call him up to fix stuff, and then that's how he earns money, like a hustle. He also made this post: if I do a job in 30 minutes, it's because I spent 10 years learning how to do that in 30 minutes. You owe me for the years, not the minutes. So basically just saying like he's a mechanic, he might can finish it in 30 minutes, but it took him a lot of years of experience to learn how to do it. Who cares about your fucking experience? I want you in jail. Okay, so anyways, he's a mechanic, and that was a mechanic post. Now, is he a person that went to school to be a mechanic? We don't know, but we all know people that probably didn't go to school for something, but they can still do a little something, right? And they use it as a side hustle. So I don't see him at a shop for that. Okay, so let me go to the possible job. Let me see. What does she? Thank you, Davey, for sending me that information. Where is it? She basically sent me a picture of him wearing a shirt. Now, just because someone has a shirt with a name of a company on it, it doesn't mean they work for that company. Some people go to thrift stores or other places or hand-me-downs, or just someone gives them a shirt and then they just wear the shirt as a shirt. That doesn't mean that the person is actually connected to that job. Let me see what she put. I think it was B&B Construction or something like that. Let me search his page for that. Construction. Wait. Come on. What am I doing? Scroll up. Oh, I didn't see anything right there. Let me go to, where did her post go? Wait. 1 second. Okay, you see right here in this shirt, it says B&B Construction or something like that, right? But I need to actually go to this page and find it so I can see what year this was. So that's what's on this shirt, B&B. Okay. Let me actually go to this person's Facebook page so I can see what year this was posted, because this is too small. Wait 1 second. This is too small for me to see on this StreamYard. So I don't know if he's still working here or not. Let me see what year this was. Oh, this says 2019, right? But then the person shared a memory in 2020. So most likely he's probably not working there, because he had said he started a new job in 2020. Did that post say 2020? So I think he already had probably left that job and then went somewhere else. Where's that post? Yeah, well, I'll start my job tomorrow. He made that post October 22, 2020, right? And then this was July 29th, 2019. And that's when he's wearing that construction shirt. So he had started a new job since that job, right? So I don't know where he's working now. I don't see anything. So I don't know what job he started in October 22nd, 2020. Or if he even is still there, right? So that's that. So that picture was 2019. He had that shirt on, and then 2020 he had posted this right here. Well, I'll start my job tomorrow. So we need to know what job he has now, if he has a job or not. You know what? Sometimes if you have the official police report, it will sometimes ask them a question about their employment or state their employment or even court documents. And I did request the report documents. And if they give his indigent status, where you feel like you can get a public defender or not, if they give me that, I don't know if they will or not. But sometimes court documents will actually have that information if someone applied for a public defender. But I just submitted that today, so I haven't gotten it back yet, right? So once I get it back, I'll let y'all know. In the meantime, I will still try to see if he has some sort of job, but something tells me he might not have a job, because I'm sure it probably would have been out by now. But he definitely, what could be happening is that he could be advertising on certain, like even Facebook or other places, that he's a mechanic. So what I can do is find his number, right? And then I can search Facebook or other places for his number. And then see if he's actually has an ad, like ads putting out, like to fix cars, fix people's car. Here's his other Facebook page, but he really doesn't have but one picture on it. I don't think he's working right now, to be honest. That's just my instinct, but he could be. We'll see. Okay, so let's go ahead and go to the rest of his. Wait, I'll go ahead and play the phone calls. So I play the phone calls first. I'll play the phone calls in a minute. Let me go ahead and go to the rest of his court records first. Oh, let me go ahead and go to actually. This is eyewitness statement of the what happened. This is eyewitness to Sinzae Reed's killing, says the 13-year-old did not have a gun. Let me read your comments first, and then we will watch this video. Eyewitness to Sinzae Reed's killing says the 13-year-old did not have a gun. So we'll watch this next, but let me read your comments first. Hey, Bossy, Tawana, Marie, Raw. Yes, go ahead and hit that like button. Justice for Sinzae, he will get his justice because Dani is on the case. I will try to do my part. And thanks for helping out, Davey, as well. Okay, hey, Dani, mods in chat. Please like and share the part 1 and part 2. Yes, Hunty, yes. Thanks, Kiva. Hey, Gigi. Thank you. Hit like, share, subscribe, please. Thank you. Hey, Jam. Congrats, Dani, on the growth. You putting in the work. Yes, Hunty, yes. Okay, it looks like bullets and shells too. Bullets and shells. Is that why you think he's showing the picture? Let me pull it back up. See, my thing is this. I have another video to play too. That's why I'm glad they're doing ballistics and someone can compare actually bullet holes and different things. And secondly, if they say his truck is supposed to be shot up or shot at, right? Does he still have the truck in his possession? Because it says December 30th, 2022 for this post, right? I'm not even showing this post. Hold on. It says December 30th, 2022. And he was shot Sinzae was shot October 12th. So does he still have a truck that is actually will be evidence if it's true that it was shot at, right? So where ballistics are actually was the truck already put through tests or examined or evidence taken from it? I actually don't know really how that works really. If this truck was involved in a crime, wouldn't they actually I hope they actually checked it out, right? And took the necessary evidence from it. Because I'm gonna play a video of someone saying that shot at the truck or something, and to me, this is how it goes. He's a hunter. He's a person that goes out and hunts and shoots his gun. We don't know when his truck could have been shot at or when it could be pre-existing holes or pre-existing gunfire or bullet casings and stuff, because that's what he does. He has a weapon, he shoots. He's a hunter. So that's not proof of anything to me. Nope. So we will actually go over some videos from the witness and another person from Craig's family. So I have those two videos. Okay. He's a hunter. He has a gun. He hunts. He goes out and shoots. So casings and all this other stuff and truck damage or whatever else is not proof of that it was from the current incident. Hi, Dani and everyone. Hey, Brenda. Hey, Kitty. Yes, Oil. Okay, Dani, your diligence and hard work is very much respected and appreciated to humanity, period. Hey, Kelly. You are a hardworking lady. Yeah, actually, you know what, y'all? I actually really didn't eat. I got some rest, right? But I did not eat. So I'm still not really fully energized. Okay, hi, everybody. Please hit the like button on your way in. Hey, Stephanie. Okay, Avengers, please be sure to follow Dani on all social media platforms, Instagram, and everywhere. Yes. It was on his baby mama's page. Yeah, and I see now that post is old. So he actually started a new job in 2020, and that shirt what he was wearing was 2019. So most likely he's not working at that place anymore. Hey, Dani, Miles, and chat. Hey, Taurus. I haven't seen you in a minute. I hope you've been okay. Hey, Dani, Miles, and chat. Hope everyone is well. I'm not really familiar with the Sinzae case, but I pray their family gets justice as well, Shane Claude. This is actually new to me too. I'm new to this case as well, so you're not too far behind me. Shade tree mechanic. Yeah. Now, some people that's backyard mechanics, or as you say, shade tree mechanics are good, and some, yeah. It's best not take your car there. I actually used to dispatch for mechanics, and a lot of them can come and go as they please because people always need their car work done. Yeah, that's definitely true. Definitely true. That's one thing that's always going to be true. People need their car done. True, if he hunts game, the damage could have come from a firearm during hunting. Yes. Okay, I don't know what happened. So I'm back now though. Okay, so let's see. Where was I at? Okay, I think y'all probably heard me read Davy's comment. Okay. She said, I actually used to dispatch for mechanics, and a lot of them can come and go as they please because people always need car work done. Yeah, and a lot of times if you take it to the dealership, they charge an arm and a leg, but if you take it to someone else, it's usually cheaper. But sometimes the dealership is best if you actually want the right parts and everything done, but not always the case. Sometimes other people are great too. True, if he hunts game, the damage could have come from a firearm during hunting. Yes, we don't know. And also, don't forget he fled the scene. So, what did he do between the time he fled the scene and he was apprehended by the SWAT team? What did he do in between those times? He had time away from the police and from everyone, right? When you zoomed in near the jumper cables, I can zoom in again really fast. But then let's go ahead and get to the videos as well. Okay, the jumper cables. Oh, you mean right here? Oh, I see what you. Those looks like. Oh, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Like over here in this area, but no telling when this was from, right? I don't know why he posted this, but this is not proof of anything, and that's a whole point of investigation and getting tests done to make sure they'll be able to tell like what. Secondly, no one saw Sinzae with the gun, so let me go ahead and go to the video for the eyewitness. They didn't see, yeah, exactly, Taurus. That's what they said. They're waiting for ballistics, right? But if you actually look at this guy's history and pattern of through life, he actually gets away with a lot of things. So I'm sure he thinks that he can lie and weasel his way out of things. I wasn't even showing it, so make sure I'm actually showing y'all. So yeah, I had zoomed in when he said that he saw things. And I said he was probably talking about in this area on the right hand side by the jumper cables where I'm circling. And then also, yeah, looks like I see some things here in this area. Well, I don't know what that is. It looks like I see, is that old Black and Miles? Like, I don't understand how you cannot just throw stuff in the trash. You have time to take a picture, right? Okay, so what we do know is that he does work on cars and he at least has it as a hustle. Yeah. Okay, so let's go ahead and go to the eyewitness statement, eyewitness of the event video. I'm going to play that. Well, let me go ahead and read the article first and then I'll play the video. It says eyewitnesses to Sinzae Reed's killing says the 13-year-old did not have a gun. A mother and her daughter were walking home on October 12, 2022 from after-school activities along the fence line behind 802 Wedgewood Drive on Columbus West Side. When the daughter saw a man in a ski mask take something out of his pocket, she alerted her mother. Wait, was he wearing a ski mask at the time? The mother made sure her daughter was safe under a parked car and looked up to see her 13-year-old neighbor, Sinzae Reed, fall to the pavement. He did not have a gun, she said. One of the bullets from the shooter's gun flew so close to her head that she felt the heat of the bullet. God was with me that day, but Sinzae Reed, I seen him fall down, she said. So, and here are some pictures of people holding up signs at a protest. And that says 802, so that I guess that's close to where it happened. It says friends and family of Sinzae Reed gathered at a press conference on January 1st, 2023 at Woodford Villa. Photo credit Edie Driscoll. And it says she had gathered with other neighbors and friends on New Year's Day to support the mother and family of Reed at a press conference called by Raymond Black, the organizer of Justice, Unity, and Social Transformation. Black invited the press to join him at the Wedgwood apartment to allow the press and the community supporters to experience the environment where Sinzae was killed. This is the lived reality of our youth, and this is what they are going through on a day-to-day. They are not expected to live past 25 by staying in communities like this one, Black said in his opening statement to the crowd. And it says, Black listed the demands his group is delivering to the city. We want Craig Butler in jail. Butler, age 36, lives in a building where the shooting took place. Black explained that eyewitnesses identified him that day. Dejan Sharp, a local activist, complimented the Columbus Division of Police for arresting Butler the following day, but then pointed the blame at Assistant Prosecuting Attorney Marla Farbacher for removing the charges when Butler claimed that he shot Reed in self-defense. So let me go ahead and copy this name down. Attorney Marla Farbacher. That someone definitely needs to be contacted. Okay, and then we have for removing the charges when Butler claimed that he shot Reed in self-defense. Number 2, we want the removal of County Prosecutor Gary Tyack. They are asking for more time for the grand jury to consider the case. They do not understand that could be taking so much time when eyewitness statements are so clear. So if you look at the apartment complex, there is a way you can see a lot of people could possibly see what happened, right? It's different angles. I'm surprised there are no cameras or no one recorded anything, right? Because these days it seems like everyone has some sort of camera. I have cameras, right? A lot of people have like Ring doorbells and just a camera just pointed somewhere. So who knows? Hopefully, if people have evidence of anything, they can actually submit it. Okay. It says number 3, we want an apology from the city of Columbus to the family. They feel the family has been waiting too long and in that time has endured harassment from Butler. The additional pain the family is suffering is due to the city's negligence. And then number 4, we want a Department of Justice investigation. Black explained that witnesses have reported that Butler was arguing with 2 white men prior to the shooting, yet Sinzae was the one who was lynched. So if he had a previous argument before the shooting and that he was arguing with 2 white men, so what was those arguments about, and who were the 2 white men that they saw Craig arguing with, right? The way that it was described to me, or the way I've seen it, it seems like he was just shooting. Just shooting. Because why did the witness say that she almost got shot? What, right? Okay, Judge 614 will be putting pressure on Tyack in the city until Butler is arrested. On Thursday, January 5th at noon, they plan to meet at Gary Tyack's office at 373. That's previous, so they were just telling about the event protest. Okay, so let's go ahead and watch the video from the eyewitness.
I can see your tears. I can see your tears.
And this is important for me to do a lot of the stuff in the daytime, because in the daytime, when I have time, I can actually make phone calls when things are open. Like I can, like with this Marla person, I could, if this was daytime. So I probably just start doing my videos in the daytime when I can, because I like to make a phone call when I already have the person pulled up. Yeah. So what I'll do is I'll just send out information as well. Well, I can't really send out information for Sinzae because I don't have the petition. With the petition I'm working on with Shanquella, I can send out emails because I started the petition for it. I didn't start a petition for Sinzae, so I'm like, how can I actually contact everybody or organize, right? Because I didn't start a petition. I was just about to say I'll email y'all information, but I can't, right? Okay, so let's go ahead and play this video.
What? Why are you? It brings back so many memories from that day. I was going and picking my kids up from their after school program. We was walking to the back by the fence line. I figured that would be the safest way.
I don't like when people out here in ski masks. So I said, Mom, look, there's someone in a ski mask. And I seen him put something out of his pocket. And I said, Mom, and then he started shooting. Like when people out here in ski masks. So I said, Mom, look, there's someone in a ski mask. And I seen him put something out of his pocket. And I said, Mom, and then he started shooting.
And I made her get up under a car in the parking lot. The bullet flew right by my head. I felt the heat of the bullet and cut my hair on the side. God was with me that day. But the Sinzae Reed, I seen him fall down, and then I heard cries from his aunt, his mother, whoever it was, and it was the worst sound I ever heard in my life. And I had nightmares for months after that.
Are you sleeping okay?
It took me a while to get over it, but
I never really knew him that good.
Yeah.
I seen him out here playing and stuff all the time.
What thing did you say?
I usually stay in the apartment or in the house because I'm scared to come outside. You never know when you're going to get hit by a bullet from somebody else's stupidness.
Yeah, that's what it is, isn't it? So did you heard how many times he shot? Did you figure that out?
He shot, I think it was like 5 times. 5 times, and then I looked over after I made sure she was underneath the car and safe. I looked over, and that's when I seen the little boy falling.
Yeah.
Shortly after he fell, like almost like a minute after he fell, I think it was his aunt or his mother was screaming and crying, and that scream was the worst scream I ever heard in my life. It gave me nightmares. Just thinking about it, it hurts my heart.
So how does it
kids out here aren't safe?
How does it make you feel that they say he had a gun?
He didn't have a gun. He was just standing there with some friends when he got shot. He never even knew it was coming. As a matter of fact, I believe his back was turned when he was shot. Only thing he said was, "I'm hit." And he fell to the ground, and that was it.
Oh, goodness.
Okay, so that's the video from the eyewitness, and they said that they did not see Sinzae with a gun, right? So he did not have a gun. And another thing that the witness said was that he was standing with friends. So that tells me that if he was outside talking to friends, that there are more witnesses. So there are more witnesses to this case. So that's why he said there's witness statements. So we have these two are witnesses. We also have friends that he were talking to are witnesses. And this type of community, I'm sure there are even more witnesses, right? So people are not seeing a gun. So how can he claim self-defense, right, if he didn't actually have a weapon? But that's eyewitness statements. And with everything, people can always find loopholes. People can say, well, by the time the police got there, somebody might have taken the gun from him. So that's the bad thing sometimes of having witnesses are too close to the victim, because then people can say, well, somebody else got rid of the gun or something happened like that. So it can get complicated when there's people really nearby, close by. If once he falls down and someone claims that he had a gun, because then people can say, well, maybe somebody got rid of the gun. So you know how people make up lies just to weasel their way out of trouble, right? So yeah, this woman is traumatized. Hopefully she can get therapy, because that's a lot to witness someone dying and you hear screams and everything else. So hopefully she can get some kind of therapy or talk to someone about it, because she's traumatized by it. But it looks like to me she's handling her trauma and pain by fighting for Sinzae's justice, who she said she did not see him with the gun. And she heard him say, I've been hit. And usually when someone is like shooting and if you're shooting someone and you're firing your weapon at someone and they're firing back, most people don't say I've been hit. I've been hit is like a statement for someone that like they weren't expecting to be shot at, or they weren't expecting to be hit or shot at, so then they would say that, right? Okay, so let's go to the next video.
The mother made statements that it was self-defense. Murderer who killed a 13-year-old in Columbus, Ohio, should be arrested and charged as well, because it looks like to me the mother made statements that it was self-defense. And if it was self-defense, according to the police who investigated this, how is it self-defense when one is being shot from behind? And the weapon used by this terrorist piece of pile of waste, where did he get the gun from? Did the gun come from the mother? And if it came from the mother, should that mother also be charged even for the weapon? And did the mother know that the son had that weapon? And after shooting this 13-year-old, did the mother, who claimed it was self-defense, did she call assistance to get that 13-year-old boy help to survive the wounds from the shooting of this terrorist suspect, which is her son? So the mother, who is connected to the son connected to the mother, seems like to me this is a joint effort of leaving a crime scene if the mother knew about it. And if the mother was in that truck, at what point when the mother knew about the killing of that 13-year-old, did she contact the police department? This is News Uncut. Does the mother, along with the terrorist murderer who killed a 13-year-old in Columbus, Ohio, should be arrested and charged as well? Because it looks like to me the mother made statements that it was self-defense.
Okay, so yes, they are claiming that it was self-defense, and they are saying that Craig Butler used his mother's gun to shoot Sinzae Reed. And I'm going to play the next video of Craig Butler's family stating that it was self-defense and, of course, defending Craig Butler, the killer. So by this video, I'm assuming, because I need to actually look into it further, and that's why I'm waiting for the court documents and the police report, right? I'm assuming that Craig Butler was not alone in the truck. They're saying that I guess his mother or someone was present. Yeah, I don't know. So I need to actually get the official police report to know if Craig was the only person in the vehicle or not in the vehicle. Okay, so they're saying that if she fled the scene with him, that she should probably be charged, right? So if his mother was in the car with him in the truck and they fled the scene after Sinzae Reed was shot, should she be also implicated or charged? And since it's her gun, should she also be responsible? But I did look up in Ohio that you really don't have to have a license to open carry or even have a concealed weapon. They changed that law as of June 2022, where you can actually carry a weapon concealed or open, but just not in certain areas. So that's weird. And you actually don't even have to have a license. That's what I saw today, right? Okay, so let me play the next video of Craig Butler's family member defending him and claiming self-defense with him. So let me read some comments and then we'll play the next video. And then after that, I will go over some more case information and I'll play the audio phone calls of me calling different places and give out some phone numbers. And what you can do is once I give out the phone numbers and emails, tomorrow y'all can call these numbers in as well and also email people as well. So let's see. And then once I get the court documents back or in the police report, then I'll go over it. Okay, thanks for letting me know, Kiva. There was some technical difficulties. Yeah, that record you read last night was out of control, child. And I'm not even finished with all the records he has. This is what a mechanic car look like, typically laughing out loud. Child, he can at least, I'm saying, why did he post this to the internet? Why did he post this on the internet? Like, he could have cleaned out his truck before he posted a picture. Like, why did he do that? That's weird. If they are 100% factual, ballistics can make or break a case, but we are familiar with coroners and other officials being paid off to cover up, so I'm glad they are doing ballistics. Yes, that video of the eyewitness was really scary. So many lives could have been lost that day, exactly. Please subscribe, share, and turn on. Someone mentioned something about, I need to actually look at the community and see if there's actually a school nearby. Because there's a lot of things, like if he had that gun and it was, you're not even allowed to open carry or even conceal carry if it's a school nearby. Someone said something about a school. I'll have to check the area. Yes, please subscribe to the channel. That's true. I didn't think of that. He left the scene, so who's to say he did not cause damage himself? Yeah, he had plenty of time to leave. He fled the scene. And you all know, like, if someone flees the scene, they have plenty of time to throw evidence away or clean up or do certain things, right? They have time to do certain things. So I need to know, and also don't forget that they issued a warrant, right? So we have to know the time, from the time he shot Sinzae Reed until the time he was arrested. How much time was in between there? And also, what did they actually collect evidence from his vehicle? Like what all transpired from the time Sinzae Reed was killed to the time he was apprehended, Craig Butler was apprehended. How long of a time did he have in between that time, right? So there needs to be a timeline, yeah. Hey, Soldier Girl, prayers for justice for Sinzae and his mother especially. Yes. Prayers to the family. Yes, it's so wrong, very much so. Shot in the back. I'm hearing different statements because his mother in the video I played yesterday said that he was shot in twice in the side, once in the right arm, and once in the chest. Now, are they saying on the side, like close to his back, or where? Because she said, and go watch the video I played yesterday, she said twice in his side, once in the chest, and once in his right hand, and he's right-handed. So she said he must have had his hand up, right? So someone's saying, I've been hit, and they have their right hand up. That's like, to me, that's signs like someone wasn't really firing. So if he was right-handed and his right hand was up, then where's the gun? Because obviously he would shoot with his right hand if he had a gun in his hand, right? So how will his hand get shot? Like where in his hand was he shot? Yeah, but let's see. If Dani and Key was on the case, someone would get scared, like those at one of the Carbo supervisors, Cabo 6 supervisors. They finally fired her because they know Keith and Dani are not going to let it go. Yeah, a lot of people have been calling and emailing those Cabo 6 jobs that we are aware of. If he was out of his truck and that baby had a gun, that man would have gotten hit too, and nobody's stupid. Child. Yeah, I don't really believe he has a gun. I mean, think about it. If they had already arrested him already for murder, that means at that time, they had enough evidence to charge him with murder. So that evidence did not disappear. That evidence is still out here, is still available. The witness statements are the same. The evidence they collected is the same. So they determined originally that it was murder. So what changed? Oh, because now he's claiming self-defense, right? So now they have to actually, based on their new law, they have to actually prove, the prosecutor has to prove that it wasn't self-defense. Wow, mom claimed it was self-defense. Lord have mercy. Okay, so we're going to play the video from the family member, okay? Maybe one more comment, then the family member video. The people on his friends list are bikers, juggalos, and German-looking motherfuckers. My sister was married to a dude like that, and he pulled a gun on me when I played a prank with him. Crazy, strong out people. Yeah, he looks. I'm actually not surprised that he actually shot Sinzae Reed. If you'd like to support Dani, super chats and stickers are greatly appreciated. You can also cash app to Definite Dani. Yes, that's my support information. Yes. Okay, so let me go ahead and play the next video from his Craig Butler's family member. Hey, Sage the World.
Everything not all good in Ohio, especially with supremacy. Watch this.
Y'all gotta look into this one and y'all gotta Google this one. Sinzae Reed, 13-year-old boy from Columbus, Ohio, stayed in Hilltop Apartments, right? This case was crazy. I just heard about this case this morning. A witness seen everything that happened with this case. A witness told the police what he seen. What the witness seen, Craig Butler get out of his truck and shoot the young boy, 13 years old, hop back in his truck and pull off. Now, in this interview, when she got interviewed by the police, which is his sister, she said that he had bullet holes in his truck, right? I didn't see no proof of that. I didn't see no article that said, yeah, we seen that. This is just off of her words. But there was a witness that seen everything. Do you know they let this dude out 5 days later? They let this dude out 5 days later and drop the charges. You got to see this, man. Watch this.
Police make an arrest in the murder of a 13-year-old boy. The teen was shot at a Hilltop apartment complex this week. SWAT officers spent yesterday searching for 36-year-old Craig Butler. This morning, he faced a judge. Mike McCarthy is here to explain the new twist to the case that was revealed this morning in court.
New here at court, prosecutors revealed the man charged with murdering a 13-year-old boy told police he fired shots, but it was in self-defense. Craig Butler didn't make any comments during his court appearance. Police say a witness saw him exit a truck, fire shots at the teen boy named Sinzae Reed, and then drive off. The shooting happened 2 days ago at the Wedgwood Village Apartments in the Hilltop. Records show Butler lived at the complex. Police haven't said whether he and the teen knew each other, nor have they confirmed what led to the gunfire. And it's not clear where officers arrested Butler. A woman who said she's Butler's sister-in-law told us he drove to see her after the shooting.
When he came to us, he had over bullet holes in his truck. So it's both ways. We don't know who's in fault, but it's both ways.
What did he tell you about what happened? Did he tell you what occurred at the apartment complex?
He said he was trying to avoid an incident. He went out. He didn't go out the full driveway. He went the other way, and he got ambushed.
Police have made no mention of an ambush nor any other shooters. Butler's sister-in-law repeatedly said he would never knowingly shoot a kid. Right now, Butler remains in the Franklin County Jail. The judge set his bond at $1 million. On your side downtown, Mike McCarthy, ABC 6 News.
Everything not all good in Ohio, especially with supremacy. Watch this.
Okay, that's actually another person. Sarah Martis is, I guess, the sister-in-law. What she said, her statement, she said doesn't even make sense. Like he was ambushed and he was trying to get out of there. That doesn't even make sense. Was he paranoid about something? Because they said that some people said they saw him arguing with two white men before shooting Sinzae. Was he trying to flee or get away from two other people? And I don't know what happened, but it's not making sense. Her statement does not really help his case to say that he was ambushed. And then the other witness says that Sinzae was outside talking to his friends, right? So let me put her name down. Sarah Martis, Columbus, Ohio, sister-in-law. I like to keep track of people. Okay, so I have her name down. Yeah, so I have her name down now. Okay. Okay, so that's that video. So let me go ahead and play some phone calls and give you some phone numbers and to contact for this case. Wait. Okay, so if you weren't here yesterday, we were actually going over his cases, and this is his whole list of cases right here. Okay, so basically the first one right here at the top of the list is 2022, and that's the homicide case of Sinzae Reed. And as you can see, it says 2022 and it says CR, that means criminal case. And then we scroll down 2019 CR. This is another criminal case. And this was, I think, the domestic violence. So the first one, the criminal case 2022, is what I requested a file from the courthouse. So I can get more information on the homicide and all the court documents. And then the 2019 criminal case for domestic violence, I requested that one because I thought that would be relevant information. And then the next one I requested is, I think it was something with CRE. Where is it? Wait, I think it was, no, it wasn't the CVE. I think it was like a 2010 or 2014 case. Oh, it was ER. So ER. And I requested this one right here. Oh gosh, why did y'all do this to me? I thought it healed my place, but it's making me look it up again. Butler, Krieg. And then, yeah, I had requested this one. This is the one about prohibitions concerning companion animals, deprived animal. Right. So I requested this file. So those are 3 I requested. I didn't request any other ones. Yeah. So those are the 3. And then we left off yesterday, right? Chia. Well, it's not really saving my place. I think we left off around the 2014 case. And then I did some skipping. And mainly what we were finding was that a lot of his cases were traffic cases and driving with a suspended license. So that's why I called today, and then he wouldn't show up to court, right, for the traffic case or court date, and then he would get a bench warrant. So it was like a pattern. And even with this one, it's the same pattern. So I called the police department today and also the prosecutor's office. I'll play those phone calls. The prosecutor did not answer. The police officer did not answer. I left a voicemail. But just to update y'all, I'll let y'all hear what I said. Okay, so this is the 2015 now. And again, like I said yesterday, most of these charges he has is driving with a suspended license and use tag to another vehicle. So he always like puts the attack from one vehicle to drive into another. And then of course, once the cops run the tag and the plates, they can see that actually belongs to a different car. So this is the same one for 2015. And when it says image of ticket complaint, you can actually see what the cop wrote or the ticket or complaint, what was written. But online, you really won't be able to see it. You have to request it, right? That's why I made some requests today so I can actually see some images and documents. So if you look through this whole list, we've already been going through most of our traffic. I decided I would finish up today. Highlighted green means we've already clicked on it. Here's another 2015. He's no stranger to the law at all. And driving under financial responsibility suspension, same thing. So that's why I'm telling y'all, I'm showing more of this information because I'm just not clicking on these. But I'm telling you, I doubt when he was driving that day, if he was driving, because now someone's saying that his mother was in the car too. That means that I'm sure that he probably didn't have a license to even be driving that day. So did they even check that? He wasn't even supposed to be driving. And let's go down. This is another 2015 case. Same thing, operating motor vehicle without a valid license. Either has, same thing, no valid license. Seatbelt, and that one too. So he's habitual, like I said, habitual. Okay, now we're at 2016. Same thing, same information. Craig Butler, 4/15/1986, his birthday. Let's scroll down and see what this is for. Operating motor vehicle without a valid license. And then also this one says speed. So his speed was 80. He was going 80 in a 65. And then a seatbelt. And then it says bench warrant. So this guy does what he wants to do, and a lot of times typically gets away. And then the cycle just keeps repeating and repeating. That's why he has a whole list of things. It's like never ending. Like it's just redundant. Driving under suspension, license forfeiture. Driving under license suspension. And failure to reinstate license, of course. Child. Woo, child. Let's go back. So this is 2016. And then now we're jumping to, okay, so now this next one right here is a 2019. That's a domestic violence case. We already looked at this yesterday, okay? So we only have a few more. Ooh, child. So that first 2019 is the domestic violence one. We already looked at that. So let's go ahead and go to the 2019 right here. So you already know it's going to be the same thing. Driving under suspension. So y'all, I'm telling y'all, he did not have a license that day to even be driving the car. Okay, so we only have a couple more, love. I guess I'm kicked out again. Butler, Krieg. And let's go down, scroll. Driving under suspension. Oh, ooh. Failure to appear, pay child support. Bench warrant, transfer guilty to original charge. Let's see. We go to the dockets. Wait, did he actually lose? I wonder if he actually lost his license due to child support, like failure to pay child support, and that's why he originally lost his license. I wonder. I don't know. I'm just saying, maybe. I wonder if this list actually shows all civil cases or just some, because the child support will be in the civil information. And you see 5/28/2019 says warrant OI issue, and it says bench warrant printed. So he has the same thing. He always gets arrested for driving without a suspended license. He doesn't show up to court. He gets a bench warrant. Repeat. Oh my gosh, one more left. Oh my gosh, one more left. Okay, share tab. This is 2019. I already know I'm gonna see the same thing. Driving under suspension, same thing. But one was supposedly, I guess, allegedly related to child support, right? So I need to see where all the civil cases are healed so I can actually be nosy on the civil cases. Yeah, because this actually had a civil case. It was like through, I think, Allstate Insurance, right? That was the only one I saw. I think, well, a couple. Wait, did I click on all the civil ones? Let me go back. Did I click on all the ones that said CVE? Because I know once I said civil, let's see. There's a CVE for 2008. And then there's one for 2007. Did I click both? If he has child support, then that doesn't mean that it's actually in Columbus, Ohio. It could be his child or children could be in a different one, right? We'll have to see. Okay, so let's see. 2007. And that's Nationwide Mutual Insurance Company. And then the one for 2008 is Allstate Insurance. So that's two different things. All right, so I will have to actually look and see what information I can find for him, right? For civil cases. Self-defense, how? Yeah, exactly. I don't know how this can actually be viewed as self-defense. Thank you so much for supporting the channel, Soldier Girl. Thanks so much. This is terrible. Mom is responsible as well. Yeah, definitely. That's what the guy was saying from Instagram, that the mom has some level of responsibility because it was her gun, and she also fled the scene with him, right? Yes, thanks so much for supporting the channel, Soldier Girl. Thank you. Okay, so put holes in his own truck. We don't know, like, what was the time frame from the time he shot Sinzae Reed until the time he was apprehended? What was he doing in between those times, right? So we need a timeline of events. I know they stated like he was arrested on certain day, but I need a timeline before I could say anything, because I know they had to get a warrant and they had to go arrest him, but what happened in between that time, and how long did it take for them to apprehend him? And secondly, did they already like take his vehicle as evidence? Because if they saying that someone's saying that his truck was shot at, right, that's now evidence. So it should have definitely been analyzed for evidence, right? So they can do ballistics on it. So I need to get a timeline of events for this case. So that's the first step I need to do, is actually get a timeline. I live in a Republican state, red state, Alabama, and that Republican thug governor just signed a bill allowing folks to carry guns openly as if they're not killing us enough. Yeah, in Ohio, they have definitely have open carry and also concealed, and you don't have to have a license, but there are some exceptions. I read that today. God's kingdom will make it better. Yes, continue to pray for the family and the whole situation. Definitely. Ambushed by a 13-year-old. I guess he's trying to say that it was because they're saying Sinzae was not by himself. The eyewitness said that he was with friends. So I don't know what Craig is saying, but to me, he's just a liar and he's just trying to get out of trouble. And as you see through his extensive history, as I've shown, the whole thing, running, like not having a license, driving with suspension, he had breaking and entering, he had receiving stolen goods, he has domestic violence, he has animal, some kind of animal charge. What was it again? So to me, like someone said yesterday, like Blunt, I think Fun to be Blunt, his crimes were escalating throughout time. He's constantly getting away with everything. He went from like animal cruelty or some kind of animal neglect or deprivation. He also had a breaking and entering charge, and then now murder, right? And like people can say, "Oh, it's just driving with a suspended license." We're talking about habitual, and then also not showing up to court with a bench warrant. So this is someone also that gets in trouble, doesn't show up to court, and has to get a warrant to be apprehended. And look what he did with the Sinzae Reed. He shot Sinzae Reed 4 times, got hot back in his truck, and fled the scene. SWAT team had to apprehend him, right? So this is someone that is defiant, thinks he's above the law, right? He was charged with murder. He got out because he was claiming self-defense. He told some kind of weird story to his sister-in-law. And then this is his whole list of things right here. And he's 36, and he doesn't look 36 at all. He looks 46 or 56. He looks older. He looks 56. And since he's 36, and since 2005, he's been having driving with a suspended license since 2005. All the way up until 2019. So his whole life, it seems. Okay. Yes, this is my membership information. So let me go ahead and play the phone calls and give out some information on who we can contact. And then once I do that, we pretty much will another live. We'll probably be caught up. So we'll be caught up to current events on what's happening. And hopefully I can get some new information once I get the court documents that I requested. Remember that evil thug George executed that poor child in Florida and claimed he thought he had a gun. He had Skittles. How do Skittles look like a gun? Yeah, and that's kind of like, that's the case people are comparing this to, is the Trayvon Martin case. Was he on something? And that's a good question too. Was he actually tested? That's why I'm saying, like, how long did it take from the time he shot Sinzae to the time he was arrested? And what tests were done, not only on Craig Butler, toxicology or anything else, or any tests were done. Also on the vehicle itself, if that's actually evidence, if he's saying that the vehicle was shot at or he was shot at, where is proof of that? So what evidence has been collected and what has been done? What tests have been done, right? And police, they have their job and they should know exactly what to do. But to be honest, sometimes it won't hurt to just give opinions or suggestions, because some people might be like, oh, I never thought of that, or from that angle or perspective. And to me, that's with any career field. He is definitely not a law-abiding citizen, definitely not. My son is about to be 24 in May. Girl, you don't look, you have a 24-year-old. He's been 6'4" and dark since 14. The mess we've been through is crazy. I feel so bad for these young men who have to go through things because of their color. Exactly. Yes, that's what his whole pattern of cases has been. Dismiss, dismiss, dismiss. Ohio had no idea they had Dani to contend with. I actually need to get a hold of the person. Someone actually has a petition, but they need to add action steps to it. They need to make it to where they organize people with the petition. Use it to organize. My son is 32 and I still worry. You never know, because people automatically assume negative characteristics and stereotypes about people. And then based off that. And then look at there, you have someone like Craig who might think he's superior and above. Black people are more superior, or like upstanding citizen, or someone great in the true definition of American, right? And then he has domestic violence, some kind of deprivation of animal, like animal cruelty or something like that. He has this homicide now, and then all these run-ins with the law, and it's like he has also not paying child support, and then suspended license as a result. Soldier Girl says, I have a 21-year-old in college. It's only by the grace of God he has kept him employed and in school, not hurt and out of trouble. He is dark skinned too. Yes, by the grace of God. And it's sad that people actually have to go out into the world and worry about something like that just because of how they were born, the color of their skin, to be discriminated against. And that's for everybody. But a lot of times, yes, men are seen obviously as more of a threat, but Black women as well, we are also seen as a threat. And of course, the darker your complexion is, then the more of a threat you are seen. I have grown nephews, and all of them served in the military, but they are treated like the enemies in America. KKK. I pray they don't act a fool with minds. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Even like Obama was saying that he's still treated a certain way, and he's the president, or was the president, should I say. But for some people, he's the forever president. Okay. Fortunately, that's the world we live in. Okay, so let me go ahead and play. Thanks for rejoining the membership, Sharon. Thanks so much for rejoining. Okay, so let me go ahead and play the audio of calls and go ahead and give y'all some phone numbers to call. And from now on, most likely I will do a morning live. I just have to alternate between Shanquella and this case because mornings are best for me, or afternoon. Sometime in the afternoon, mainly because if I need to make a phone call, the business or place establishment will be open. At night, I can only talk and I can't really take action. And I really don't like not being able to take action because if I have a phone number or someone I need to call or someone I need to email, I prefer to be able to do it right then and there and not put it on hold or wait. So, unless it's absolutely necessary, sometimes it's beneficial to do a night live because once I post it and I post the information, the next day people can make these phone calls. But sometimes I feel like if I do it in the daytime, other people will make phone calls because they see me making phone calls and they'll make phone calls at the same time as I do, and we can all make phone calls together. So I think my preference and probably other people's preference is to do what we did the last few days is when I call and I have everybody else call at the same time as me. It makes it more of a united effort, right? That's what I think. Yes, go ahead and hit the like button. I'm going to go ahead and play my 2 phone calls. And like I said, my 2 phone calls really were not that important today. The prosecutor's office not answering, and the police did not answer, but I left a voicemail just giving my thoughts and opinions and that I had so far. I have other thoughts now because as the more you review a case and go over case and documents and hear news, other questions or other things might pop up into your head. Also, other contacts might pop up. So if you're anyone that watches later, just go ahead and it took them 48 hours to arrest him. Yeah, but during that time, they should have been investigating as well. So when they were investigating him or investigating, did they actually look at his vehicle and collect evidence, or did they do any kind of evidence collecting during that 48-hour period? Or did they arrest him and then they try to collect evidence, right? To me, I think they should have already been questioning him before then or during that time period and then got the evidence from his vehicle, right? It doesn't make sense to not do that right away, but we'll see. Until the early 90s, Gulf War broke out, and that was a short war, not as bad as it was post 9/11. We live in dangerous times, but if my 20-year-old wants to join, I won't stop him because it's an honor. Yeah. Is Craig still in custody? No, he's not. He's free. He is free, and that's a problem because he actually lives in the same community as the mother, so she still has to see her son's killer in the neighborhood. Yes, he's living free. Yes, very nightmare situation. Yes, resting having Lisa Marie Presley. I just seen that on my timeline. Someone posted it. Okay, so let me go ahead and play these phone calls because I'm already tired. And like I said, from now on, most likely it will be a day live when I do this because daytime is best and more productive to do so. So you can make phone calls, have more energy, and also unite with everyone else to make the phone calls at the same time period. Okay, so let me go ahead and play this phone call. This is just like what happened to Jalen Walker this summer in Akron. Nothing happened until we protest. Yeah, a lot of times nothing happens until protests happen. People say, oh, a lot of people are really sympathizers with people. They are always going against protesting. Oh, it's disturbing the peace. Oh, it's causing disruption. Oh, those people would not have lasted during the civil rights movement at all because they are very sympathizers, and I kind of say soft. And those people are, to me, I find those type of people annoying because I can only imagine during the civil rights movement and the fight for freedom that they would actually be trying to impede progress because they were so worried about the massa and other people's being comfortable. And those type of people get on my nerves, to be honest, because they just really don't like to go against the grain or do anything that can be considered a protest because they're so worried about other people being comfortable and being like, oh, I don't even want to talk about it. Pretty much they would not be the type to go into I wasn't alive then, but trust me, I will be the type to go in to a restaurant and I'll sit at a table and it says whites only on the sign, and I will go sit at that table and I will protest. Some people, oh, I'm not going in there because the waitress didn't have anything to do with it. Oh, the host didn't have anything to do with it. Oh, you're gonna upset the other customers that you go and shut up. Those people get on my nerves. That's why I tell those type of people stay off my channel. But let me go ahead and play this audio. Yeah, I'm gonna play this audio. Ohio needs to do better. Yes, they do. Lord have mercy in the case of Jalen Walker. May he and his family receive the justice they deserve. Protests are very, very important, and anybody in the community would know that throughout time. Voices you have to make sure your voices are heard, and you have to protest from time to time, or else it can be swept under the rug and nothing gets done. Go ahead and block me. They just told it on the news. I meant no disrespect to the topic. Blessings to you. Huh? Are you talking about what are you referring to? Didn't you just say something about rest in peace, Lisa Marie Presley? Okay, my comment was not towards you. Saying rest in peace, Lisa Marie Presley is not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about my earlier lives or other lives of people going against protests. You're not going against protesting. Yes, I've done sit-ins, Soldier Girl. So Kathy Bryant, please rewind the live. You are talking about something completely different. I'm talking about people that don't believe in protesting. There are a lot of people that don't believe in protesting against businesses or anything else because they are sympathizers. They want to protect they want to protect all the workers in the business. They don't want anybody to be uncomfortable in the business or establishment that you're protesting against or anything else. They don't want you to hold up signs outside of a business because they said, oh, you're interrupting the day-to-day goings of the business when you stand outside the business. They don't want you to sit in a business and sit in and don't refuse to leave because you're interrupting the business, and all the workers and the employees and customers are going to be uncomfortable, and and the business has to make money. I said those type of people get on my nerves. So you misunderstood what I was saying. All right, so let me go ahead and play my audio for this. Okay, the first email I'm going to give out is for the prosecutor that they mentioned in the article. Okay, let me find his email. Wait 1 second. So the first one is for the prosecutor that they state dropped the case. Stephanie, I saw her say rest in peace to she said rest in peace to, she didn't say rest in peace to Craig. She said rest in peace to Lisa Marie Presley. That's what I saw. Right here, she said rest in peace to Lisa Marie Presley. And Lisa Marie Presley, I think she passed away, right? Because I think I've seen it on my timeline. I didn't see her say Craig, unless there's another comment. Okay, so let me let's see here. So if she only said Lisa Marie Presley, she's fine. Let's see. And to be honest, maybe Craig should rest in peace. But let me keep it cute. Okay, so let me go to my email. Yeah, for sure. I'm definitely going to do only like morning or afternoon live because it's more productive. I'm more energized and it's just a better flow. I was trying to do one at night and one kind of like in a day because it's two different cases, right? But now I see that it's probably for me just to do both. And I really don't want to like mix both, like talk about, I know some people do that, but like if I talk about Shanquella and then I also do Sinzae in the same live, that can be somewhat confusing, right? That's why I try to do it separate. Let's see. Okay, so here's the prosecutor's email address. Let me go ahead and post this first. Okay, so this is the email address, prosecutor@franklincounty.ohio.gov. So go ahead and make sure you email this email address about this case and about pressing charges and bringing forth this case and having Craig arrested again, okay? So this is the Franklin County prosecutor's email address. And wait 1 second. And this prosecutor hasn't even issued any kind of statement or said anything at all about this case on their public platforms. Y'all know how I feel about that when someone doesn't really acknowledge a case or acknowledge things. Also, they're not answering their phone. And trust me, I called. I'm telling you, I probably called like five or six times today, and it was just nothing. And then one time I actually left my phone number. And a lot of times I do play phone calls because we're in a time where a lot of people don't trust people without receipts because people are making up things and lying. So sometimes I will record a call and then play it. Okay, this is the prosecutor, Gary Tyack, that they are referring to for the Franklin County, right? And that's the email address that I just posted. So make sure you email him. So if you're watching this today or tomorrow, whenever, you can actually email at any time. So you can actually email now. And then if you go all the way to the bottom, they have a phone number, 614-525-3555. And right now, whenever you keep calling this number, a lot of times they are not even answering this phone number. Wait. Okay, so this is the phone number to the prosecutor's office. So make sure you email. You can also call and basically just demand justice for Sinzae Reed. Demand justice. Email and call. It doesn't take that long to do both. Also, we have the police department. I'm going to play the call, and on the call, they actually give that number. So I'll just listen to the call, and then I'll post the number once I listen to the call. And we have the mayor of Ohio. Let me post that. Wait 1 second. So email that prosecutor. They also mentioned an assistant prosecutor. So I need to get that information again. Another email we need to do is we need to email Mike D. Wine. So let me post his email address. Mike D. Wine. And his email address, trust me, I have already emailed all these people and called these numbers that I'm giving. info@MikeDWine.com. So that's Mike D. Wine's information. And what you can do is you can actually make one email and then a group email. You can send it to everybody. So you can just do one email for everybody. Let me post this. It says Mike D. Wine, husband to friend, father of 8, grandfather of 26, woo, and governor of the state of Ohio. So this is Mike D. Wine is the governor of Ohio. And let me go back. Mike D. Wine is the governor of Ohio. And that's his email, info@MikeDWine.com. And if you actually zoom in, I will zoom in so I can show you. Okay, so that is the correct information. Let me show you. Right here it says info@MikeDWine.com, MikeDWine.com. So that's his email. That's the governor of Ohio. So we definitely want to email him. And who else? And right here we have the City of Columbus Division of Police on this website right here. Homicide Cold Case Unit. And what's strangely enough, and it says the number 614-645-4036. Now, here's the thing. When I searched this up, right, this person, this is the media release for the incident, right? It says officers rendered aid until Mifflin Township Medic 193 arrived and transported the victim to Dr. West Hospital in critical condition. Despite receiving life-saving medical intervention, the victim succumbed to his injuries and was pronounced deceased at 6:26 p.m. It says Detective O'Connor is the lead detective on the case and is being assisted by Detective Smith. Detective O'Connor is the lead detective on the case and is being assisted by Detective Smith. But when I go to this website, I don't really see Detective O'Connor or Detective Smith. It says, please search the unsolved cases. And it's weird because, it says Homicide Cold Case Unit. And Sinzae Reed case is actually listed on this as, of course, the unsolved case. Wait, I didn't see this before. Let me see something. Wait, this is the wrong. He probably wasn't listening on here. Where did I see it at? I saw his name somewhere else. Let me go back. I should have actually bookmarked it. Wait 1 second. This is not where I saw it. Wait, maybe I saw Help Solve a Crime. Yeah, I saw it. My bad. I saw it on Help Solve a Crime. And it was for October. So let me go back to October. Yeah, this is November. So one more. Let's go back one more. Okay, October 12, 2022. And it says 800 block Westwood. Okay, that's what I already posted before is the media release. But I actually saw something else before. This is not the same thing either. I saw something else before. I have to post it tomorrow or whenever I talk about this again, but I saw a different posting. Maybe it was from here. Maybe it was this post. Homicide Cold Case Unit Archive. Yeah, I knew I saw it in the Homicide Cold Case, so I was right. I did see it. It's right here. Oh, I'm not showing it. It's right here. File number 2022, and it says 0111, name Sinzae Reed. And if you scroll up, it is there under homicide cold case unit archive. So it is there. I was right. And then it has this same information I already read already. And it says, help us solve this case and bring justice to the family of this victim. It has the link for the cold case unit, and then it has the link for Crime Stoppers. Male, 13, year of death, 2022, 5:46 6 p.m. And then it has the details. On October 12, 2022, at approximately 5:46 p.m. Let me go back in. Officers were dispatched to the 800 block of Wedgewood Drive on the report of a shooting. Officers arrived at the scene and found the victim suffering from an apparent gunshot wound. Officers rendered aid until it's the same information. Despite receiving life-saving medical intervention, the victim succumbed to his injuries and was pronounced deceased at 6:26 p.m. And then it has the link to the cold case unit. And this is where it has a list of email addresses for this department, right? It says Sergeant Terry McConnell, Office Assistant Larry Waltermeyer. But for the lead detectives on this case, there was no number, should I say email address, right? So to be honest, I could send a group email. I sent a group email to every one of these, right? I'm sure it'll get to somebody. But I also called this number for the homicide case unit, the number that was on the police report to call. But if you call the number right here, hold on, I'm going to post the number. It says, anyone with so if you're out there and you have information regarding this incident, call the Columbus Police Homicide Unit at 614-645-4730. So if you have information, call the police department. If you are afraid to call the police department or you're too scared to call the police department, you can also call Crime Stoppers, which is Central Ohio Crime Stoppers, at 614-461-8477, 614-461-8477. So any tips that you have, witnesses or any statements, cameras, or anything, make sure you call Crime Stoppers or the police department at that number. You can also speak to the lead detective. Detective O'Connor is the lead detective of the case and is being assisted by Detective Smith. So let me go ahead and put this information on this video as well. I'm also going to post a link to the list of email addresses for the police department. I'm not going to post each individual email. Most of the time, if they have the same sergeant, you can just send it there or the assistant, office assistant, and they will get it to the right person. What is this? Columbus Police Department. Columbus Homicide Unit. Homicide Unit. Okay, that's a Columbus Homicide Unit, and Crime Stoppers information. And the last person is, this is the last contact information for now. Ooh, child. Wait, where is it? Okay, I already gave Governor Mike DeWine. Okay, I gave the prosecutor as well. And then I think I had one more person. Oh, I was going to do the mayor. Oh, I did have the mayor. So this is the mayor of Columbus, Ohio. And then this is it for now. So I'm going to do the mayor, and then I'm going to play some phone calls, and then that'll be it. And then I will be back on this tomorrow as well, or the next day, because I might actually take. Well, Friday is actually the last days to make phone calls, and then it's the weekend. So I might have to push through and try to do something Friday, because I'll have to wait until Monday if I don't. Okay, so let's see. I might have to push through and do some stuff tomorrow, or I'll regret it because then I'll have to wait the whole weekend to make any calls. Okay. So here's the mayor of, where is it? Okay, this is the mayor's office for Columbus, Ohio. Okay. So go ahead and email that. And like I said, you can send one group email to everybody. Okay, I actually need to look it up again. My bad. I actually forgot. Okay, mayor of Columbus, Ohio. Need to apply pressure to everybody. Okay, it says Andrew Ginther. So Andrew Ginther is the current mayor of Columbus, Ohio. So we definitely have to contact him, and that's the email we can contact. So let me go ahead and adjust this. Adjust this. And like I said, this is the importance of having a petition or having a way to email people, because right now I don't have a way to contact anybody or organize besides just posting a video. It's not really that organized because I don't have a petition. And I also don't have a Twitter. I don't have anything for Sinzae Reed besides I can just make a video. Okay, so here's the information. It's Andrew Ginther, mayor's office at columbus.gov. So mayor's office at columbus.gov. That's the email address. And like I said, I have already emailed these people. So as soon as I find all the emails, I actually email these people and call myself. So just because I tell you to do something, it's not like I'm not doing it too. I'm also doing it. Okay, let me go ahead and get my phone out and play these calls, and then that will be it for today. So if you are catching the replay tomorrow, make sure everybody right now needs to be calling these numbers tomorrow. I'm going to call as well because I need to try to really get a hold of the prosecutor. Okay, let me see what's going on with the comments, and then once I read the comments, I'm going to play the audio, and then that's it for today. Oh yeah, so Monday is a holiday. See, woo, child, I really need a break. But I'll try to push through tomorrow. I'll try to do some stuff tomorrow, make some calls, because I know that if it's a holiday and everything else, time is of the essence, right? So I don't want to lose time. Even if tomorrow I can dedicate at least 1 hour to phone calls, that's better than nothing. Okay, so, but yeah, I'm kind of glad it'd be like a break, 4-day weekend, right? Let's see. Okay, Lord have mercy in the case of, okay, I read that. Yes, she did. I timed her out, and then she She back and said only that. Go up higher, and I saw that too. Okay. It did say Rip Craig, but she edited or deleted that comment. Okay. To be honest, I really don't care if someone says rip him because I'm not gonna say anything because I don't want anyone to take it out of context or twist my words, but I really don't care about him. I'm just trying to make sure it's not a troll. Yeah, I understand, Stephanie. Do one in a day and premiere in the night for those that may have missed it. Yeah, I'm just trying to make time for both because to be honest, there is a lot still to do with Shanquella case. A lot of research that still needs to be done to see actually who else is working and other things like that. But now I have added on Sinzae, so that's actually even more research and more work. Okay, so yes, please, no trolls now in this case, poor Sinzae. Exactly. I am telling you, these people are skinheads or some wackadoos. I wouldn't be surprised. Wouldn't be surprised. Yes, justice for Sinzae Reed, rest in heaven. Yes, justice for Sinzae Reed. Got it. Okay, so yeah, hopefully everyone will be calling and emailing. Who knows? I actually might. To me, I was actually thinking of like having like where I call for Sinzae and Shanquella like in the same live instead of ending one live and starting another one. But some people get confused when I do that and they start calling or emailing the wrong people for the wrong thing. I have this information because I live here and some of my sister works for the state. I'm glad you already have the information. And yeah, everyone needs to be calling the information. Is it help www help solve a crime? I prefer probably to use that. Oh, I can actually give you the link to this homicide unit. Hold on. I think I said I was gonna post it in the chat. Y'all, I done got sleepy. So okay, so let's see. I'm gonna post it. Thanks for reminding me. I need to post this. Hold on. So here is the link to the Columbus.gov where it has a list of all the emails for the police department. So what I did, to be honest, I copied and pasted all these emails into one email. So I emailed the mayor, all these detectives, the governor. I sent like one mass email, to be honest. And I wrote out all my thoughts and then I sent like a mass email to everybody. Yeah. Now, if it comes later on, I might actually send an individual email to someone specific. But for my first email, that's generic, or that can be to everybody. Everyone can have that same email. And sometimes, to be honest, I like it that way because, and I don't really hide it. I don't like BCC or anyone blind carbon copy anybody. I actually send it outright so the mayor can see that everybody else got it. And the governor can see that all the detectives got it. So everybody can see that everybody got the same email. Ooh, y'all, I'm telling y'all, that's messy. But sometimes I think it works because that way everyone can know that everyone got this information and not just them. So if anything in that email, they can't say they never heard of it or never got it or anything like that, right? So I don't blind carbon copy. I actually let everyone know who has received the email. Okay, if you would like to support Dani, yes, this is how you can support my channel. Okay, please subscribe. Yes, subscribe to my channel and turn on all notifications. I'm sending emails to the governor. I let him have it. All right, now, don't be too crazy. I'm not responsible for any crazy emails. These are the officials. Then you don't forget Monday is a holiday. Yeah, thanks for reminding me. And you know what? To be honest, if you work for any government or any state or anything like that, you already know if Monday is a holiday, then Friday is going to be a short day or a lazy day and a holiday too, because you're not going to really be working on Friday because you're already ready and planning your weekend, your full weekend, right? So Friday is going to be kind of useless for some places too, to be honest. Yes, MLK Day on January 16th. I will be sending emails and making calls tomorrow before the holiday. Yes, everyone will. That's why I said tomorrow I might dedicate at least an hour to making phone calls. But like I said, I have to decide because I don't want to do 2 lives, but I also don't want to mix the cases. Do Shanquella and Sinzae in the same live. So I'll have to choose between the two or mix it or just try to keep both short because some lives can go longer than I expect. Yeah, I CC all of them in the email, and none are blind, so they all know they've already included in the email. Okay, let me go ahead and play the phone call, and that will be it for today, y'all. Where's that link? Okay, this link right here that is in the chat at this timestamp. Okay, I probably will do the timestamp. This is where you can find this information right here. And it has a whole list of all the email contacts for the detectives. But keep in mind that these are not the detectives for the lead detectives that are on the police report. And I don't know how long the Ohio will take to get back to me with the official police report or official documents. But as soon as I do get it for those 3 cases I mentioned earlier, I will let y'all know. But the homicide cold case unit, if you click on this, what has the body chalk outline, right, unsolved murders. If you click on that, Sinzae case is in there. And then he's also in this one, help solve a crime. He's in both of these listings. But if you click on this search the unsolved cases in this red font in the center, he's not in there. It's weird, but he's on this chalk outline picture right here. You can do 1 live, but split it into 2 videos after live is done. Not sure how hard is that. Oh, that's actually a great idea. That's actually a great idea. Thanks, sir. That's actually a good idea, Kitty. But yeah, I definitely don't want to mix up contact information because with the Shanquella case, there are so many different numbers of different people, and it's already a lot to it. And then if I start saying, call Ohio, call this number in Ohio, call the Ohio mayor, people like, Ohio? I thought this was North Carolina. So what I might have to do is like alternate, like do different days. Like I'll just figure something out. I will be on it tomorrow. I'll be emailing and making phone calls. Yeah, I actually like being on live and then actually calling and then other people calling too, and then people giving me their results. Kind of like what we did the last couple of days. Okay, let me go and play this phone call and then I will see y'all maybe tomorrow, maybe not, depending on how things go. Because a lot of times before I can make phone calls, before I can do anything, I actually need to do research behind the scenes. I need to gather information, gather phone numbers, gather contacts, see if someone is working or not working. And then once I have the information, then I can come forward and say, everyone call this number or that number. So I need to actually see if any of the other Cabo 6 are working. I need to see if Craig Butler is working. I need to get more contact information. I need to find that sister-in-law. I'm not going to give my steps I need to do because I don't want to give some people a heads up that might try to delete information or hide information. So that's all I'll say for now. I need to do some investigation or research behind the scenes first. What the heck? Okay, so library. Okay, let me go ahead and pull up my audio. Hold on. Hey, that's not the right one. Okay, wait 1 second.
Now connected to Daisy.
Thank you for your patience. Our team is looking. Good morning. Thanks for calling Feral Gas. This is Twyla. Tell me I direct your call.
Yes, I'm calling about an employee who is currently under investigation.
Anyone that is pertaining to this young lady.
For me to Dejanae, so she was employed. It's not good marketing for the company. I don't really see a point in that because, like I said, it's been over a month and no. Does Dejanae have her own? Does she have her own extension? Y'all have Joanne. Is she available? All right. Go ahead and transfer me to him again, and please.
I'll put that information in the email.
All right. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Hello, you have reached the office of G. Gary Tyack, the Franklin County Prosecuting Attorney. During the COVID pandemic, many employees are working from home. However, our phones continue to be answered from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. If you have reached this voicemail message, this means our receptionist is busy on another line. Please leave a message at the sound of the tone, and your call will be returned as soon as we are able. Please stay safe and have a great day. You may start your message now.
Yes, who can I talk to about the Craig Butler case?
Do you know the lead detective? Are you a family member?
No.
I mean, all I can do is forward you to the lead detective. I can't give you any information about the case, and we don't give out information on the case to the public. So we are usually don't give out information on that case. So are you looking for a public records request? Are you looking for the public information officer? Or are you looking to talk to the lead detective because you're part of this case?
I have concerns about the case. So I guess whoever I need to talk to.
Okay. Hold on one second. It's gonna. Do you remember what the victim's name is?
Sinzae Reed.
Okay. So let me forward you. That's going to be the lead detective is Keith O'Connor, and I will forward you to him in case we get disconnected. Let me give you his number here. Okay. So his number is going to be 645-6132. Okay?
Okay.
So give me 1 second.
Wait, did you say Keith O'Connell? I think I seen O'Connell. I thought you said O'Connor. Did I see O'Connell on this list? No, I see that's Terry McConnell. I think you said O'Connor, Keith O'Connor.
You have reached the voicemail of Detective Keith O'Connor. If you are calling during my scheduled hours, 7P to 3A, Monday through Saturday, then I am either on another call or away from my phone. Please leave a message to include your name and phone number so that I may return your call as soon as possible. Thank you.
Record your message at the tone. When you are finished, hang up or press pound for more options.
Hey, I'm calling about Craig Butler, and based on what I'm seeing in his history, he was not even supposed to be driving that day because most likely his license is suspended. Most likely it is. He's a habitual offender when it comes to driving with a suspended license, such as having the wrong tag or expired tags. Was any of this checked? So was any of this checked? And if so, did he receive a ticket for that offense? Because previously he had to go to court because he kept driving with the suspended license. So was his license checked? Secondly, I'm showing that in Ohio, that it is an open carry state and that one doesn't need a license to carry an open or concealed weapon, but there are exceptions. And Craig meets one of those exceptions because he has a previous domestic violence charge, conviction. So since he had that previous domestic violence conviction, he should not have had a weapon in his possession. And I'm showing a Columbus City Code of 232313. It says contains disabilities not covered by Ohio law, but which are consistent with federal disqualifiers. For example, the Columbus City Code makes it a disability to have a conviction or to be subject of a current full protection order. So even people keep mentioning the federal law, but there is also a Columbus City Code that disqualifies him from having married. So at any rate, he should still be in jail for something right now, pending further investigation. Also, I looked at his court info and it stated that he had conditions for his release. And I'm wondering, are those conditions still in place for his release, such as not having a weapon in his possession? And if so, has law enforcement checked his home, wherever he's residing or who he's residing with, to make sure that home is free of weapons? Has his home been checked? Because I am showing that he's a hunter and most likely has weapons. So I have concerns as well, but that's it for now. All right, bye.
Hello, you have reached G. Gary Hayek, the Franklin County Prosecuting Attorney. During the COVID pandemic, many employees are working from home. However, our phones continue to be answered from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. If you have reached this voicemail message, this means our receptionist is busy on another line. Please leave a message at the sound of the tone, and your call will be returned as soon as we are able. Please stay safe and have a great day.
You may start your message now.
Hi, this is Daniela. Please return my call.
Message complete. If you would like to leave another message, enter the mailbox number now. Press 0 to return to the attendant. You are being transferred to the attendant. If you would like to leave another message, enter the mailbox number now. Press 0 to return to the attendant. You are being transferred to the attendant. Thank you for calling. Goodbye.
Okay, so pretty much let me go ahead and give you the rundown again. The prosecutor, that's the number I called numerous times, and then they didn't answer the phone. This is their number. So make sure you're calling the prosecutor tomorrow. They said between 8 and 5 Ohio time, okay? 614-525-35555. The prosecutor's email address is this email address right here, prosecutor@franklincountyohio.gov. Mike D. Wine, info@MikeDWine.com. He's the governor, so email this person. We need to email and call all these people to, it can apply a lot of pressure to all these people to stay on top of this case. He needs to be arrested now, immediately back again. He was already arrested for murder before, so what changed? Nothing. They already had the same evidence as they had before to arrest him the first time. Nothing changed. The evidence is still the same. The witness statements are still the same. Everything is still the same that they determined to arrest him the first time for murder. Arrest him again. Thank you very much. This is Columbus Homicide Unit. 614-645-4730, and this is the direct line to Keith O'Connor, the lead detective of the case. If you have any tips or any information that can help with this case, that's the lead detective on the case. He also has someone assisting him as well. If you are afraid to call the police department because you just are a person that's afraid to call the police department, you can also call Crime Stoppers, and you can also submit anonymous tips by calling 614-461-8477, 614-461-8477. Just tell them that you want to remain anonymous. So if you have any camera footage or any witness statements or anything else, you don't want to be known as a snitch. Remember, this is Sinzae Reed. He just turned 13 2 months before he was killed. So do the right thing and come forward with any information that you might have. And if you want to do it anonymously, then go ahead and submit to Crime Stoppers at this number, 614-461-8477. If that was your family member, you wouldn't say, oh, the street code of no snitching. You would actually want to do something that was your little brother or family member. So do the right thing. Even if you are a family member of Craig Butler and you know he's a low-down, deadbeat, loser, scum, and you have any information, then you also should come forward and do the right thing. Okay, so, and that's the Crime Stoppers, and sometimes they have a reward for information. That should not be your driving point, but hey, some people are down and out, and rewards are sometimes a motivator. So if you feel the need and you want to actually get a reward, call the Crime Stoppers number and you can ask to remain anonymous. Okay, this information is Andrew Ginther. He is the Columbus, Ohio mayor. So make sure you are contacting this email as well. And if you're a person say, oh, this is too many emails, it's too much, do a group email, mass email, just like you do a group text and you send everybody a good morning text, that saying good morning text, saying good morning prayer. You can send one email to all these people at one time with what you have to say. Get on it. Okay, so Keith O'Connor, again, it's the lead detective, and this is his direct extension, his direct line. I did leave a voicemail today just with some information based on what I've observed, but I typically would not leave at the detective number because he has a job to do. However, I would definitely call the direct line to the police department to let them know that, hey, the media, the public and the community wants everyone to stay on top of this case. Definitely the prosecutor, because if you look at the court documents, the prosecutors are the one that dropped the case. There's another prosecutor's name that was mentioned in an article. I will be looking up her information and I will be posting her contact information. I also will be looking up other people, but I will not give that information right now because I don't want them to get ahead of me and take down things. And that's about it. Have a great night and a great weekend. If I don't see you tomorrow, I definitely will see you after the weekend. I'm hoping to squeeze in an hour tomorrow of phone calls, but for me to squeeze in phone calls, I also will have to get information and gather more information and numbers before I can actually give y'all information to call. But yeah, so that's about it for today. Have a great night. Stephanie, I hate voicemails, but to me, I just went ahead and left a voicemail because if I never can get a hold of him, at least he will probably listen to it. And if anything I said is relevant or something that maybe can be useful, maybe not, or either way it goes, just letting him know still that people are out here waiting for results and waiting for this to be investigated properly. Please hit the like button on your way out. Yes, make sure you hit the like button on your way out. Yeah, shame on Craig Butler. Shame. Exactly. And yes, that's what you can also do, is tell them that you are a concerned citizen. So yeah, thank you for that information, Ra. All right, thank you, Stephanie. Thank you. All right, y'all. Have a good night. Bye. Yeah, I know what you mean. I hate voicemails. Like, I'm sick of voicemails, but now sometimes it's like the best thing I can do is to have a voicemail. Yeah. So have a great day and a great weekend. Bye.